Okay, hi kids. It's sorry. It's Michael Ellis, and here I have a cool little project for the DIYers out there, the do-it-yourselfers. Um this is a tiny, this isn't like any big deal like industrial strength HHO generators, but oxyhydrogen is kind of the new thing. Or it has been ever since the Joe cell came on the stage back in the 90s. So here is your basic hydrogen, oxygen gas cell, which is basically a fancy name for Brown's gas, or the separated hydrogen and oxygen from water into a very not inert gas that can actually be used for various purposes. And it's actually a lot safer once you get around to it than a natural gas or any other type of fuel. So if you want to build a small cell like I have right here in front of you, things you'll need is first the container. I looked at borosilicate containers on Amazon because I'm lazy, and found this one that was it has a locking lid. That was cool. It was actually a coffee container, but and it came with a little spoon with the copper spoon. That was cool. So this is a borosilicate, which I wanted something that was like a chemical grade. So has a bamboo lid with a O-ring, rubber ring, gasket, whatever you want to call it, on the top, and bamboo, pretty thick lid. So that was cool because I could drill into it then and have my way with it. So yeah, this was like the optimal container I could find, because then I could open the lid and service the innards and whatnot. So yeah, this was like ideal, like an ideal find. It was just a coffee container on Amazon, borosilicate jar, and it pops up as a coffee container from wherever, and it was actually the ideal thing to use. Also found this neat, this was a suggestion from another YouTube video, but found this neat screen wire that works good for your hydrogen and the negative, I think it is, if I did that correctly. Yeah, the negative, the end which the hydrogen comes out of. You want it to be more surface area than your positive, which is the oxygen, just so you get more hydrogen gas out of it. And then I found this cool silicone tube, which was like a 1/4 inch or something. I don't know, but it like perfectly matched this 7/16 inch drill bit that I had randomly sitting around, like right out where I could find it. Also, apparently Amazon has a whole like niche of oxyhydrogen, whatchamacallit, like tools and stuff, or not like parts. So you can actually get a flashback arrestor specifically made for oxyhydrogen. So that's another cool thing I found. They probably just put an oxyhydrogen label on it and call it a oxyhydrogen flashback arrestor. Also, you can get oxyhydrogen gas torch tips, which are just like here, I want to show you it. It won't let me show you it. How did I open this before? Oh, okay. There it goes. It's kind of sticky. So it's basically just these water picks that are repurposed for, and like a air needle, that are basically repurposed for oxyhydrogen. So that was kind of cool. Kind of a cool find. And then finally I needed a DC wire. So I got some red and black hookup wire, because that's kind of has the colors and everything down. So and make sure it's strand wire. Here, I'll pull this up. Shouldn't have all these wires hanging around. So make sure it's strand wire, because it's going to get bent and manipulated and everything. And then finally, to build the coil in the center, electrode. I just used some Sarah wire, just the ground cable that got cut off it when I was just messing with Sarah wire, I guess, and like the Romex, whatever, Sarah wire, whatever it is. So yeah, I just cut off a hunk of that, did a little coil around a marker, and slid it off, and ta-da, there's your electrode. Kind of reminiscent of the Fleischmann-Pons experiment. Go look it up on Google. You're going to need distilled water. I don't think tap water will work. It might eat your electrodes up. Baking soda to make sure your electrodes don't get eaten up, and because that'll make it inert. That'll make the electrodes inert to degradation by the electrolysis process. And you're also going to need either like a duct tape, either aluminum tape or like brand name duct tape, DUCK tape or DUCT tape, like aluminum tape or whatever is more efficient. I don't know at this point. I'm testing them both out to seal in, or you could use caulk. Caulk would work too. And then finally, you're going to need a soldering iron and lead-free solder. You don't want to use lead solder because that's bad for the environment and bad for you when you're using it. So I did a little soldering, and ta-da, we have our oxyhydrogen cell. And the only thing left is a battery or a power supply to hook it up to, which could be like a solar panel or an inverter thing or whatever you want. Or like not an inverter, but a wall wart thing, you know, down transformer into DC, and then there is your magical HHO converter. Thank you for watching. This is Michael Ellis, and and don't forget the wire strippers. As your project progresses, you'll need that as well. So thank you for watching. This is Michael Ellis, and I hope you have a wonderful, wet and wonderful weekend. If you're going to do this as a project, and hopefully not electric and wet at the same time, because that would be bad for you. So yeah, science, way to go, science.